Girl, unless you want your hair to look like it's floating on top of your body, you should never match your foundation to your face. That is the number one mistake that I see a lot of people make, and I'm about to tell you why. Welcome to lesson 3 of my 10-part free makeup masterclass for beginners. Yo, why did I do this to myself? Am I really about to say this, repeat this in every single one of the 10 videos? That's a mouthful. Jesus. If this is your first time seeing me, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, I like you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoyed this video, because today we're talking about foundation. That is the thing that a lot of beginners struggle with. Being able to find the right foundation for you is such a struggle, especially with us dark skin girls, because we have different tones on our face. We're never just one tone all over. There's different tones, shades, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, all these things that are making it so difficult for us to be able to find the right shade for us. It is a big struggle, but at the same time it is such a big part of achieving this perfect, beautiful look that gets you MUA allegations. You want people to look at you and be like, ooh, who did your makeup? And then you go ahead and you tell them, ooh, I did it myself. That's where I want you to be. For you to be able to get that, matching your foundation perfectly is very, very important. It's going to set you apart. That's what this video is about. For your makeup to come out beautifully, it's true that your foundation is important. It's true that your concealer is important, but your skin prep is just as important. The way you prepare your skin before even applying any sort of makeup on your face will determine how everything comes out in the end and how long you are able to actually have your makeup looking beautiful throughout the day. If you prep your skin well, your makeup will look beautiful, flawless all day long. But if you don't, girl, by lunchtime it's over. Your makeup is falling off, slipping and sliding. I cover skin prep in lesson 1, and lesson 2 is about eyebrows. So make sure you go watch those videos, because skin prep and flawless makeup really go hand in hand. Okay, I'm ready to move on to the lesson now. Class is in session. Being able to match your face perfectly is not only dependent on your foundation. You probably thought that having the perfect foundation that matches your face is all you need to achieve a beautiful makeup, but no, your foundation and your concealer work hand in hand in order for you to achieve that result. And it's not about your face, but it's about your body. Okay, the difference between you and your favorite influencer or the most talented makeup artist out here is that they match their face to their body. Okay, when someone meets you, they don't just look at your face, they look at the entirety of you. And in order for everything to look cohesive, your face needs to match with your body. The tones in your body need to reflect on your face. The closest body parts to your face are your neck and your chest. And that's why in order to get that flawless, beautiful transition from face to body, this entire area just needs to match. It just needs to match seamlessly. Before I continue, make sure you grab a pen and a paper, because this video is about to be long. There's going to be so much information, you might feel overwhelmed. So at any point of the video, feel free to pause and actually take notes, or just save the video so that you don't lose this video and you're always able to come back to it whenever you have a question. If you look at me from this angle, my neck is a tad bit darker than my chest. My neck is immediately connected to the outer part of my face. There needs to be a beautiful flow and a beautiful transition from this entire side of my body, and also from the front. you can't see, you really want to avoid any sort of demarcation between your jawline and your neck. And in order for you to do that, your foundation needs to match with your neck. However, when you look at me from this angle, from my forehead to my chest, what do you see? You see the center of my forehead, you see my nose, you see my under eyes, you see my chin, and then you see my chest. So that means that this entire thing needs to flow. It needs to be one color. It needs to be very cohesive. There's two tones on your face. When you look at me from this angle, the outer part of my face is darker, matching my neck, and the center part of my face is a bit lighter, brighter. It catches the light and it matches with my chest. So that's why your foundation should always match, again, your neck, and your concealer should match with your chest. So it's not just applying one shade all over the face. When it comes to dark skin, just having one color all over the face is not a thing. If anything, it will make you look like an egg. Is this what you want to look like? Is this really what you want to look like? Honestly, just one. Yes, I went and I grabbed an egg. Simply using your foundation on your entire face and calling it a day will make you look like an egg. You will look like an egg. No dimension, no nothing, just flat. Girl. You don't want to look like an egg, so you need to use a combination of different tones to bring harmony and cohesiveness on your face. Now, how do you actually find the shade? A lot of people are going to tell you about undertones: red, yellow, neutral, warm, cool, olive, red, warm, peach, neutral, warm, neutral, cool, olive, neutral. Yo, there's so many undertones today. So from my experience, the best way for you as a beginner to identify the right shade for you is by swatching. Swatching is basically grabbing the shade and placing it on your skin directly and identifying whether it blends in your skin or not. That's the best way to do it. And because we have so much option today on the market, with brands coming up with 50 shades, 60 shades, 70 shades, it might be a bit tricky, okay, for you to find that right shade, that perfect shade for you. But you need to be willing to swatch. Take one day and go to Sephora or your beauty supply store, whatever, and swatch as many shades as possible. But obviously, if you're dark skinned like me, you are not going to swatch the Caucasian skin tones, okay? If you are Caucasian, you're not going to swatch a dark skin shade. Now I'm going to swatch with you 3 different shades, and I'll show you how to identify the right shade between the shades that I have swatched. This is the first shade, this is the second shade, and this is the third shade. Let's now blend all 3 shades. The first shade is here, second shade is here, and this is the third shade. Now let's blend each of them. Just want to grab your finger and tap tap tap. Then use this. Same for this next shade. And by the way, I am cleaning up my finger after every swatch so that the colors don't mix. Clean finger. Blending the third shade. The right shade between the three is the shade that completely disappeared into the skin. The third shade is creating a shadow. I don't know if you are able to see that, but it is creating a slight shadow. Like I can see the second, like I can see that shade. I don't know if you guys are able to catch that as well, but I'm able to see that shade. And when you're able to see a foundation, that might not be the right one. The second shade, however, has completely disappeared into the skin. Like it's not even, you can barely see it. If you hadn't seen me swatch the foundation there, you wouldn't have been able to see or tell that there's foundation there. The third shade is a no-go because you can clearly see it. It is very, very visible, so it's a no-go. So whenever there's a shade that you are able to identify on your face, whether it's because it has a different color to your skin, or whether it's because it creates a shadow, or it just stands out too much like this one, then you know it's not the right shade. The right shade for you would disappear completely into your skin. So the perfect foundation here is this, the second shade. When it comes to the perfect foundation for you, it's more than finding the perfect match. It's also trying to find the right finish for you, okay? The finish of your foundation needs to be adapted to your skin type. If you have dry skin, go for more hydrating, luminous, glowy foundations that are not going to dry out your skin. If you have combo skin like me, you can actually go for either matte foundations depending on if you are combo oily. Personally, I'm combo oily and I prefer matte foundations because I like my makeup to look matte. But if you like more of a glowy, luminous type of foundation, stay away from the super hydrating foundation and go more for radiant, natural finish foundation. So those are foundations that say on the label natural finish, radiant finish, you know, things like that, or soft matte finish. That's perfect for you. And if you have oily skin, just go for the matte foundation. Don't even look at anything else. Matte finishes are perfect for you. If you're dark skin like me, you probably have, you know, either dark spots. I personally have a few dark spots on my cheeks. You see there's a hyperpigmentation right here. I have hyperpigmentation on my upper lip. I have some dark spots here. I have hyperpigmentation right here and also on the side of my forehead. And some of you might even have dark under eyes, okay? And you need to correct those before going in with your foundation, because otherwise if you don't do that, you will find yourself having to use more foundation than you should to cover everything. Correcting these little spots and imperfections is called color correcting. To color correct dark spots or hyperpigmentation, I'm going to grab a color corrector that is orange. So you want to take just a little bit of that, and then a concealer that is the same shade as your skin tone, and then you just want to blend the two together. Personally, I like to use my finger to color correct. Everything is covered. If it looks messy, it's okay. The foundation is going to hide everything. Now we have the perfect base to actually apply our foundation. The best thing for you to use is a damp sponge. Keyword damp, okay? Not wet, not dry, not drenched with water, just damp. I'll insert a clip on how to properly prep your beauty sponge for makeup. So you have your foundation on the back of your hand. Spread it and make sure to spread it evenly. You want to grab the butt, the booty, the nyash, the ass, the backside of your sponge and just dab. That will coat the beauty blender evenly. If it's even on your beauty blender, it's going to apply it evenly on your face. Start in the area of your face that has the most imperfections. So for me, it's my cheeks. So whenever you are blending your foundation, okay, I don't want you to start blending here and then go here and then go here and then go back here to finish blending. When you're in one area, you want to stay there. I see a lot of people do this. It's not necessary. Just be very gentle. Just gentle taps, okay, to really blend the foundation into your skin. When you put on your foundation, make sure to avoid your under eye area because you want to reserve that for your concealer. Okay, beautiful, even. Don't forget to go over your jawline so there are no lines of demarcations. And when it comes to your forehead, avoid going into the hairline, okay? Otherwise you get that crazy line of demarcation there and it's just not cute. You are going to look crazy if you do that. Oh wow, I look like we need to bring some dimension into the face, and we do that with concealer. But in this video I'm not going to cover concealer because otherwise the video would be way too long. Woo! That was fast. So I think I'm gonna stop the video here because this is already a lot of information, and if I have to include concealer in this video, listen, the video will be an hour long. I'm not trying to overwhelm you with too much information, so I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna do a part 2 for concealer. I think it will come out on next Friday. My French is coming out. If you don't know, yes, I speak French. That's like my native language. That's the end of this video. Part 2 will drop on Friday. In part 2, we're going to cover concealer, okay? How to find the right shade, what is the right concealer placement, how to blend properly in order to avoid these crazy ass creases under your eyes. And yeah, we'll do that in part 2. Right now, this is the end of part 1 of lesson 3. If you came this far, girl, that means you enjoyed the video. So subscribe. Don't be a hater. And also, if you have a friend who also wants to learn how to do their makeup, share this video to them, okay? Friends, family, colleagues, it don't matter. If you know someone that could benefit from this information, from this content, share it with them. Don't be stingy, okay? So yeah, I'll see you on Friday. Until Friday, stay beautiful because you were perfectly made. Bye.